Communities in Southeast cry out as herdsmen take over farmlands. The destructive activities of rogue herdsmen on farms in communities in Igbo land are becoming worrisome and frightening. They, with hordes of cattle, have been invading farmlands with reckless abandon and making a mess of the crops which the poor village farmers toiled to put in place. Sadly, in some cases, these killer herdsmen even violently attack and kill the farmers if they have the guts to question them. The evil activities are taking place in all parts of the southeast, from Abia to Imo, from Anambra to Enugu and Ebonyi. The people have been crying, especially in the face of emphasis the federal government places on agriculture. None of the herdsmen have been arrested and tried by the law enforcement agencies, yet the evil acts continue unabated. The matter has been of great concern to Igbo leaders. Just recently, the Association Southeastern Union (ASETU), who actually operates from the rural communities where the evil acts are committed, raised alarm over the rise in the destructive activities of the herdsmen. The President General of the association, Chief Emeka Diwe, lamented what the rural farmers are going through in the hands of these herdsmen. Our people have died enough. We cried out when Ozutem community in Bende, area of Abia State, was invaded and attacked by the herdsmen, and nobody did anything. People were slaughtered and properties destroyed. A month later, another community in the same Abia State, Ndi Okereke Abam in Arochukwu Council, was equally attacked by the herdsmen. Nothing was done. In early hours of April 6, 2019, the herdsmen attacked farmers' settlement in Anambra West Council of Anambra State. They set the farm houses ablaze and killed the men and raped the women they captured, yet nobody came to our rescue. Can we keep beating about the bush while our people are being taken to slaughterhouses day after day? What about the dastardly attack on Umuawa Igbo community in Okigwe Council, area of Imo State? In all these cases, we cried to high heavens, petitioned here and there, and complained everywhere, yet the authorities never cared. In Enugu on June 14, 2019, the same herdsmen attacked a commercial bus carrying traders, mainly women returning from the market along Agbani Ugbakwa Road in Nkanu East Council area, and abducted 3 young women after they had robbed the traders. The international outcry over these atrocities has become deafening. These herdsmen also butchered a whole family and a Catholic seminarian on apostolic work in Nkanu. The story is the same Ebonyi and Imo States. In Imo State, herdsmen have unleashed terror in Ogota, Ohaji, Egbema, and Olu, as well as other parts of Igbo lands. And recently, the killings of Ozomena Iriaka from Umwekpu in Agwa community in the same Ogota Council area was added in the list of casualties of these murderous herdsmen. Even the international community has rated these herdsmen as the fourth deadliest terror group in the world, yet the Nigerian authority have kept mum. Despite these atrocious acts, the authorities have looked the other way, maybe to create a scenario that will elicit retaliation from, so that they would criminalize and annihilate us and exonerate our predators. When citizens of Nigerians are slaughtered in cold blood and the authorities look the other way, it is a violation of those charters of peace. For almost a decade, our people have endured the agony of murder, rape, and molestation in the hands of killer herdsmen, a minority group that appears to be sacred cows because they control all state apparatus and hence are unleashing violence on our people. Our people at the grassroots, whose livelihood depends almost entirely on their farmlands, have had those farms ravaged by the herdsmen and their cattle. As I speak to you, there is hardly a single herdsman standing trial anywhere in the Nigeria for these killings and atrocious acts. Hardly can you find one in detention or even one being prosecuted. Our people now feel their lives do not matter anymore, Dewey lamented. Farmers in Ugbene Ajima communities, Uzo Owani Council area of Enugu State, said they now live in fear due to incessant destructive activities of suspected herders on their crops as well as threats to their lives. A farmer from the community who gave his name as Edward Ugu said he lost over 500,000 when herdsmen harvested his cassava to feed their cattle. According to Ugu's, farmers are afraid to go to their farms in the community for fear of herders' attack. He said there is fear of famine in the community as most farmers have left their farms for fear of attacks. Another farmer, Regina Iga, said she has not recovered from the shock since she was attacked in her farm. Iga said her crops worth over 800,000 were destroyed by herdsmen who allegedly invaded her farm with their cattle, even as she appealed to the state and local government to come to her rescue. The traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Romanus, is confirmed that he had been receiving series of complaints from farmers over destruction of their crops by herdsmen. He said he and the council chairman, Chukwudi Nnadozie, have been obeying the peace initiative of the state government to settle all farmers' herders issue amicably. The herdsman problem is like a sucking mosquito on a man's scrotum. If you hit it hard, you will sever the genitals. If you leave it there, it will suck your blood and invariably give you malaria. We have been advised by the governor to manage them peacefully. We normally engage the herdsmen in a peace talk, and where they are culpable, we mandate them to pay for damage on people's farm. Our forest guards and vigilante groups have been playing their roles to curtail this clash, the monarch said. Strongly, some farmers equally allege that certain persons collect money from the herders to allow them access into the community, an action that embodies the herdsmen. There is hardly any community in Anambra that is not complaining about the negative activities of herdsmen, although most Anambra communities were used to herdsmen who grazed their cows essentially in places that were not cultivated. The resurgence of herdsmen began when the federal government mooted the idea of establishing Fulani colonies in the heart of Igbo villages. Most communities objected to it because of the peculiar nature of the Fulanis, who they argued once they are given a place to settle, would try to dominate the area and chase the original dwellers out. Following the refusal of most communities to willingly donate their lands for the establishment of the Fulani settlements, the herdsmen adopted another method, which was to forcefully enter the farms. From Anyamelem to Okanot, from Ogbaru to Ihiala, from Orumba to Anambra East and West, the story of Fulani herdsmen is the same. Thank you for listening to this news. This is serious, my viewers. You know, this is the reason why the people are crying to the federal government, but no response. But meanwhile, there is no problem. um, I think the southeasterners have been pushed too much on the world, so it is time for them to take the bull by the horn. The already set up security outfits should do something reasonable by making sure that they scan all the bushes and make sure that these Fulani headers are not found in any of them, in any of those places. They should be completely chased out of the community, or else something more than this will happen. So, my viewers, I don't know what your own comment concerning this news may be, but please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.